branch of the lifestyle program. My name is Mona Cabrera, and I'm the registered dietitian for our lifestyle program. And every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, we are here cooking up an easy, healthy recipe. And I'm glad you are here. And if you didn't have time to hop on today, they're all saved in our library. So just go back into our library and search those. So thanks again. I just saw some people pop on. So thanks again for joining. We are making a very healthy oatmeal bowl today. And I picked oatmeal because it's very popular and lots of people are eating it. However, oftentimes they complain that they're feeling hungry in our oatmeal bowl. So I wanted to show you how you're going to make it balanced here. Turned it off.
Yep, there was that.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my microphone because it was a little static, and I will just try to talk really loud. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. So we are making a very filling, balanced oatmeal bowl that is going to be a very balanced breakfast, or you can also use it maybe after a workout, whenever you need it. So we got some carbohydrates from our oatmeal, but to make it filling throughout the morning, you want to add in some protein and some healthy fats. So there are so many ways to make oatmeal with protein. I'm just going to list the options for you. We can, we're going to do egg whites. Adding egg whites to the oatmeal. You can also add 1 to 2 whole eggs while it's cooking. You can also add in a protein powder of your choice. That's the easiest way for a lot of people. You can also add in cottage cheese, and a lot of people also add in a Greek yogurt. So whichever choice that is easy for you and that you eat, you can change the protein accordingly. So we're gonna do this. I'm just using whole oats today, old-fashioned oats. You can also use steel-cut oats. It's just gonna take longer to cook. And let me just heat this up here. So you would have your little pan that you're gonna cook in. And I'm just going to be making 1 serving, so it's half a cup of dry oats here. I have in my measuring cup, dry oats there. And we know all the benefits from eating oats, right? High fiber and help decrease our bad cholesterol levels. And they're high in energy. They really give you a lot of energy. So just helping round out the meal is going to give you energy throughout your morning, so it really stabilizes the blood sugar with that protein in there. So when you have that protein in there, plus the fiber, you're going to have a steady increase in blood sugar, and then it's going to keep you stable through your morning. It should last you 3 to 4 hours. So that's the great part about this. You're not going to be crashing and looking for something else an hour later. So this is how we're going to do it. We got half a cup of oats, whole oats here. And my liquid, I'm just using almond milk unsweetened. But if you want to add more protein and you like soy milk, do soy, because then you get 8 grams of protein per cup. So we are going to add in 1 cup and 1 cup of almond milk unsweetened. So I have my cup here, my measuring cup. And we're just going to cook that. So now this is going to cook down, and then we'll add in the egg whites. So the key about egg whites We don't want them to cook and coagulate, right? So when we add them into our mixture here, we have to keep just whisking them. Don't get distracted and walk away. We just gotta keep whisking them. You wouldn't do egg whites if you're doing overnight oats, right? So it has to be cooked. So if you love like overnight oats, you would want to use a protein that doesn't need to be cooked. So you could do a protein powder. You can get a Greek yogurt and put that in there, a plain Greek yogurt. You could add in like 17 grams from Greek yogurt in just a 5-ounce container. So a lot of protein there. So this is just gonna cook, and we're gonna cook it so until the liquid is absorbed. Okay, that's just gonna sit there for a minute or so. It does take like, I don't know, 5 minutes. So we'll talk while that's cooking. So at this point, we can also add in a pinch of salt, and then we'll add in some cinnamon. So I'm just gonna do it with my hand here. Okay, and then we got some cinnamon. I like a lot of cinnamon. Adds a little sweetness too. So added in that. And then we, at this point, okay, so when it's done, I add in my fruit, but a lot of people like to add bananas. At this point, if you like bananas in your oatmeal, you would add it here and it would cook in there and add a lot of sweetness and creaminess and banana flavor. I decided today to do berries. Summertime is here and berries are fresh in the store. So you can do your raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries, whatever you want. I always have frozen berries in the freezer, so I pulled that out and I'm gonna use that. So if you always have frozen berries, it's easy to add that to meals and to smoothies and protein bowls for that fruit. And all those antioxidants, vitamin C, and flavor. So this is cooking here. So I'm doing egg whites, and like I said, if you want to do, I'm doing 1/4 cup egg whites. If you want to do whole eggs, you can. You could do 1 to 2 eggs. So in 1/4 of a cup, I'll show you how much protein we're getting. 3 tablespoons is 5 grams of protein, and 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons. So we're adding about 6-7 grams here. So we're not going to add it just yet. So what the eggs does also, besides adding a lot of protein and vitamins and minerals, it does create a more fluffy oatmeal. And you'll see that when we get this fluid cooked in and absorbed. It makes a very fluffy oatmeal. Okay, and so let's talk about sweetness, because this is a big question that I get. Well, how do I make my oatmeal sweet without adding all this extra added sugar? So for number 1, fruit adds a lot of natural sugar. So you could do bananas. I'm doing berries for that high antioxidant content. You could also add in a little bit of honey, 2 teaspoons. You don't need a lot of honey because honey is so sweet. So you could do that. If you really just wanted a sweetener with no calories, I brought in monk fruit. It's a natural sweetener made from the monk fruit. So it's a white powder. I just got the classic white. So I'll show you what that looks like. So 1 teaspoon of regular sugar is the sweetness of a teaspoon of monk fruit. So it's a 1-to-1. So it's just white like our table sugar. See that there? So we can add a little bit of that if we wanted. You can also do other options would be maple syrup if you like that. And just adding in a tablespoon or so of it, just for that little sweetness. But cinnamon adds a lot of sweetness. I'm going to be also adding in coconut shreds, unsweetened coconut shreds at the end for a topping. So that adds a little bit of sweetness. And this is the fun part of the oatmeal bowl. At the end, you get to top it off with whatever you want. So you could add more cinnamon. We're gonna add nuts for some heart-healthy fats and omega-3s. So I have some walnuts today. And I had some slivered almonds. Huge bag. I always have these in the refrigerator. Add these to everything, every salad, every cereal bowl, every protein smoothie. I always like that crunch of the nuts, so I add that. Then we have some chia seeds. These go in everything as well, lots of omega-3s. So we'll add a tablespoon. And that we could also add in right now while it's cooking. We could add in the chia seeds as well, or at the end. I have sunflower seeds, so the options are endless. Whatever you have at home, you probably have some nuts and seeds. Pecans go really well. So the nuts at the end, when you top it off, gives you a lot of texture and healthy fats. When there's that healthy fat in your meal, it helps fill you up. It takes longer to digest. So when you eat the oatmeal just by itself, it's just basically mostly carbohydrates, so you don't have any healthy fats to help fill you up. So this is almost cooked. So you can make a big pot for the whole week, for the whole family. So you do it once and done on the weekend and it's ready to go. The other topping I was thinking about doing that I like, because I love chocolate, dark chocolate, and I'm gonna add in some roasted cocoa nibs, okay? So these are just roasted cocoa nibs. I'll show you what they look like here, closer. Little chocolatey flavor, not too sweet. There's no sugar, lots of fiber. If you need a little bit more sweetness, the option is a few dark chocolate chips. Just depends how you want to go. Okay, so this is cooked. So now we're going to add the egg whites. I'm going to show you how the milk, it's cooked in there, right? You see that? Okay, that's how I like my oatmeal. So now we're going to add in the 1/4 of a cup of the egg whites, and we have to constantly stir that. And I want to make sure there's no questions. Do you guys have any questions? I'll check here. I don't see any questions right now. Okay, thanks for joining. I see several of you popping on here, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you missed anything, you want me to repeat it, let me know, okay? We're just having fun in the kitchen because we love oatmeal, but we want it to keep us full through the morning. So we are making a high protein oatmeal bowl. Okay, so I already measured out my 1/4 cup of egg whites here. I'm gonna pour this in here, and the key is to keep stirring it so the eggs don't cook up and cause clumpiness in there. I'm thinking it's probably hot enough. Just dropping my egg whites there. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit at a time and keep stirring. So the egg whites make the oatmeal a bit fluffy. So everybody love oatmeal, right? You can let me know what is your favorite way to make oatmeal. I'd love to hear from you. And again, if you'd like steel cut oats, you can do this. It just takes longer to cook. Some people use their Instapot to make a big pot, really just pressure cook it. It's very quick. Some people do the crock pot as well. So lots of options. I'm just picking it up off the fire because I don't think it needs so much heat. So it looks like it's cooked in there. Just let it cook for another minute. So if you need more calories, if you have a higher calorie need, maybe you're an athlete, maybe you have some children that need more calories, you can, what you could do is, some people like to add granola on top for a little bit more calorie dense food, more nuts. You can just play with it because everyone's needs are so different. But having the protein in there is going to help you stay full through the morning, so you don't feel like a low crash after an hour of just eating an oatmeal. And protein is really important to have in the morning for that. And maybe you are trying to lose body fat and trying to change your macros a little bit to give you more protein. This will help you. Maybe you're an athlete in summer and you have football camp. You need a really filling breakfast. This will be great. Lots of energy here. So our oatmeal is cooked. So we're gonna put it in our bowl. Look how half a cup of oats, how fluffy that is. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show it to you. We'll just scoop it all out. And now we're gonna add in all the good stuff, so whatever we feel like. So we're gonna do some of our fruit. Let me show you what this bowl looks like. Can you see that? Okay, very fluffy, right? Okay, this is the fun part. So get all your toppings. We're gonna put some fruit on there. Okay, now we're gonna sprinkle some chia seeds. We will put some white coconut shreds. You know what, we didn't add the monk fruit, but if you need a little sweetness, you would add that and mix it in your oatmeal. So you would add whatever sweetness you wanted when you put it in there. So we got some coconut shreds. I'm gonna put a few walnuts. And then we'll put a few almonds. What else are we missing? A little bit more cinnamon. And we got some chocolate nibs. I also brought in some cocoa powder, just plain cacao powder, that if you wanted more of a chocolatey oatmeal, you could add that in there. And that's just cacao powder, no sugar. I also brought almond butter. If you want to drizzle a little bit on there, you could do that. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's put some chocolate nibs on top. Got a few chocolate nibs. So here we're just increasing the vitamins, the minerals, and the healthy fats here with all the nuts and seeds and the staying power. It's going to take you longer to digest this than it does just a bowl of oatmeal. You're going to stay full for your morning. Let's see if I can put a little bit of almond butter. It's pretty thick, so you can thin out your almond butter with a little bit of water and then you can drizzle it, or you can just put a little spoonful. Let's see. I'll just put that in there. Okay. I think this is ready to go. What else do we need? This is the fun part, right? Creating that delicious bowl. I think we need a little bit more coconut shreds. Looks like snow on there. Okay, let me show you what this amazing bowl looks like. So I just saw there was a question, why egg whites? I will answer that. Can you guys see that? Is that something you'd want to eat? Trying to just show you here. Okay, so the question was why egg whites? Yeah, so we're trying to add in protein to our breakfast, and with oatmeal, if it's just an oatmeal bowl, you're not getting the protein there that's going to help keep you full for 3-4 hours. So egg whites is one option to add protein. You can also add protein powder. There's peanut butter powders. You can also use Greek yogurt. You can also add cottage cheese. So there's different ways to add protein to it. And I just did egg whites because it's super easy. Lots of nutrition in our egg whites. You can also use a whole egg too if you want. You just have to keep stirring it so it doesn't cook up like a scrambled egg, right? So that is the bowl that's going to keep you full for 4 hours when you have an oatmeal bowl. I'll just recap our ingredients here. You have I did regular oats, okay? Not your instant oatmeal, but your regular oatmeal, okay? And I did unsweetened almond milk, but if you want a little bit more protein, use soy milk or regular milk if you do lactose, because you get a lot more protein from soy or regular cow's milk. There's no protein in this, okay? And then for our toppings, I did berries today, fighting inflammation with our berries, our nuts and seeds. You can also do cooked bananas in there. That makes it really sweet. I didn't add any sweetness to the oatmeal except cinnamon. But if you want to add a sweetener, monk fruit is popular. It's not artificial. You can also do just a teaspoon of honey. You can do a teaspoon of maybe like maple syrup, brown sugar. Let's see what else. So those are some options if you need to make it a little bit sweeter. And so then I just topped it off with some walnuts, nuts that I had, and seeds, so almonds, chia seeds, lots of omega-3s, healthy heart, healthy fats, really fight chronic diseases and help stabilize our blood sugar, help lower cholesterol levels. So, you know, if you are trying to get healthy, have more energy, really remove some of the added sugars in your diet, maybe it's from cereals that you're eating in the morning or instant oatmeal, this is a great bowl that you could incorporate as one of your meals. And it doesn't have to be breakfast, actually. It could be any of your meals. Let's see, there was another question. Oh, okay. Is there a difference between quick oats and the regular old-fashioned oats? And yes, so quick oats are quick because they've removed the fiber. They're processed, so they don't have the fiber in them. So we really need the fiber from the oatmeal. So that's very important. So definitely if you're gonna go with oats, go regular oats or steel cut oats where it even has more fiber. So the quick oats are very processed. Okay, hope I answered that question for you. Let's see, let's taste this bowl, right? Now we've made it, I'll taste it. I'll tell you if it's sweet enough. It's very fluffy. I got a bite with the walnut. I love nuts, so it's delicious. I wish you guys could all eat this with me, but I'm sure you have these ingredients at home, most of them, and just a lot of staples. Like oats is a staple, nuts and seeds, and then maybe you have a fruit to add. And the rest are just staples that we have, cinnamon, whatever milk you use. If you don't have egg whites, you can use a whole egg, or you can crack open regular eggs and remove the yolk, whichever way you want to do it actually. Egg yolks or whole eggs, a lot of nutrition in the yolks and the egg whites, so that's about it. It's really delicious, you guys. It's very fluffy. There's a lot of fluffiness to this. Yep. I'm glad you guys all joined me. Those were all great questions too. And it makes a great breakfast. It makes a great afternoon workout, afternoon snack. Kids love this. They get to put on their own toppings and have fun with their food. So it's a great kid-friendly meal as well. So that's very healthy and high in nutrition, fighting inflammation, fighting chronic diseases, lowering our cholesterol, just really helping us feel our best so we have energy throughout that morning so we don't feel that crash that we feel when we have a little bit of a higher sugary or higher carbohydrate meal. Like if you just had oatmeal by itself, regardless if it had sugar or not, just gonna be carbohydrates mostly, that you start feeling hungry within an hour. But with all the heart healthy fats here and the protein, it's gonna really keep you full all morning, keep you going, give you lots of energy, keep your blood sugar just stable so you don't feel any lows until it's like lunchtime. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I will put the recipe later for you, so it'll be there. And thank you always. I appreciate everyone for taking time to pop in on our videos here every week. And next week we're gonna take a break. I won't be here doing a cooking demo. Won't be in the office next week, but I'll be back the following week. So join me then, and then that will be another healthy, fast, easy recipe for you as well. So if there are no more questions, I don't see any popping on here, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys, have a great day. It's very sunny and warm today, so enjoy that. Thank you.